check this out. Before we get started, if you're listening to us on our Mumbo Sauce Radio YouTube channel and haven't done so, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you can get notified whenever we drop a new episode or go live. And if you're listening to us on Facebook, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or TuneIn, subscribe to us there as well. All right, now let's get to it.
You are now listening to the Mumbo Sauce Podcast.
Yeah.
Keeping it litty for the Chocolate City.
You already know what it is, Slim. Mumbo Sauce Podcast.
Yep.
Keeping it litty for the Chocolate City. It's your man, Tony Tone, and
your boy, John.
Yeah, this is the first episode of 2019. Hope everybody had a happy new year.
Man, you already know how we do it, man.
So John was trying to do this episode. I didn't really think it was something that was an issue that people had or something that would grab people's attention, but he said that he had made a post and it was grabbing people's attention, and he was asking,
and it was because it was one of them things where like you wanted to scroll by and not say nothing, but at the same time you was like, nah, fuck that, I got to say something.
Okay, so what was the topic that he had posted? I'm gonna let you say it.
It was, are you going to give your baby daddy any of your tax money for paying child support all year?
Okay, so hold on. Let me say this. I just wanted to say, I don't have no kids, so I don't know if that's a normal thing for couples that are together to do.
But, I mean, okay, so this last year was my first year being without him with us, you know what I'm saying, having a child. And so I claimed my taxes, I kept my money.
Right.
I don't feel like, now when we was together, and I got that money, I made sure I broke bread. But I feel like the only person I really need to break bread with is my child, because I wouldn't get the money that I'm getting had it not been for her.
Right. That's true. And that's how, and that's yeah, go ahead. You got it.
So, when I get my money, I break her off, and that's it.
Right.
And then if you're working, we ain't together, so you got to work, you got to pay your bills, you got to pay your rent. So you should be getting your own taxes, especially if you're doing what you're supposed to do throughout the year, paying your child support and all of that. So why I got to give you my taxes that I worked hard for, that they took out of my check?
But you had made another comment about him paying child support. So if he's paying child support, even though you're working hard, he's also paying in to help support the child as well. So shouldn't he get a percentage of that money back too?
And Tiff, you was gonna say something, or can I say something? Because I want to
Go
let
ahead, you can say something.
I'm gonna let you know where I'm coming from, but you're more important because the people who call in make this what it is. But I'm saying, like, if you pay child support monthly and your baby mom take that money, you spend money on your child when you have that child with you. And I didn't want to start going back and forth with you per se on Facebook about it. That's why I'm glad you called up, because now we can talk and we can voice our opinion, we can be understood. But what about the money you spend when you have that child? Like me, I paid child support and I bought my daughter stuff when I had her on the weekends. She went back with clothes, her hair was done,
Here's the
I'm
thing.
not asking my baby mom for nothing. I just want to spend time with my baby. I don't play with tax money. You know what I'm saying? But
so here's my whole thing with that is I can only speak for my personal situation.
Right.
My personal situation, you know what I'm saying? I don't put this man on child support.
Right.
Now, he done told me out his own mouth to go put him on paper.
Why?
And you know what I'm saying? Because I asked him for a couple dollars to help me with my, my daughter run track, she do everything. I don't have no government assistance, Section 8.
That's petty.
None of that.
That's kind
so
of
I
petty.
asked him for a few dollars, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was for like a doctor's appointment or something like that, because I paid out of pocket. And, he didn't want to give me the money. And my whole outlook on it is, you paying that child support is not giving you the bond in the relationship with your child. And to me, that's more important.
Yeah.
That is way more important. So I'm doing just fine without the money. So I don't feel the need to run down there and, you know what I'm saying, put her on top. So that's not setting the type of example, for one, that I want to set for my daughter. And for two, like I say, it's not going to give him that bond with her. That's not going to stop her from crying and asking where her dad is.
That money is not going to compensate for the time that the child wants with that parent. Correct?
Not at all.
Oh.
And again, I can only speak from my personal experience. When he picks my daughter up, he don't buy her clothes. You know what I'm saying? He don't buy her shoes and things like that. He takes her to Walmart and buys her toys. My daughter can't live off toys. Toys ain't paying for her to run track. Toys ain't paying for that private school I got her in.
So
Toys ain't paying for none of that.
You saying you basically provide most of the expenses for your daughter.
Right. So if every blue moon you give me a little $100 or $100, Man,
That ain't
honestly,
nothing.
I ain't gonna lie. I took $100 and threw that shit right back in his face and told him kick rocks with it. You know, so I think it all depends on everybody's situation. Now, if we was that type of relationship where he was putting in on his child and bringing food throughout the week and those type of things, that might be different.
Right.
You know what I mean? It'd be a teamwork effort.
Right.
But I'm just not the type of person either that want them people in my business.
Right.
I don't need them knowing where I work and where I live. And somebody get mad and want to call them people. It ain't no problem for them to find me.
So, without giving up the game and telling all your business, why did you decide to not put him on child support? There's a lot of females that, just be real petty and real, upset and be trying to put a dude on child support when he's really trying to be in the child's life. So why did you decide to not put him on child support?
Well, if you listen to what you said, like you said, they want to be petty. They hurt. You know what I'm saying? I was hurt, but I can be petty now. Don't get it wrong. I can be very petty. But in that situation, it ain't gonna hurt nobody but my child, me being petty, because that ain't gonna do nothing but make him more mad, make him be more distant and things like that. And I just didn't want that argument between me and him to fall out on my daughter, for one. And for two, like I say, it's just, for me, I feel like I work hard enough, you know what I'm saying? I went to school, I'm a hairstylist, I'm licensed braider, I work in the business, so I make enough money that I have 3 jobs. I don't have to go to the government for shit.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
I'd rather go out here and grind.
Can she get a hand clap for that?
For
You get a hand clap for that, straight up. You get a hand clap.
Thank you.
Straight up, man. And I want to say, shout out. I'm not here to blast nobody or beef with nobody over no money. First of all, it's just a controversial subject. I just wanted to know. One young lady said, yeah, she gonna give her baby father some money. And I like that and she stated the reasons why. She said, when my boys come back, they have clothes, their hair is cut, they're fed, and sometimes he puts money in their pocket for lunch throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? So,
but let me say this too, and I'm gonna say this on defense of the men though. I'm gonna defend the men on this one. So I think again, I can only go to my situation. I think with me and him, it was so much hatred built up between me and him when we first broke up. Even though I'm always have love for the man, that's my baby father, and that's, I guess, why I don't do a lot of shit that these other bitches do. But we were so, I don't think he knew how I was gonna act when he came to get the baby. So he ain't want to come.
I think niggas be doing that shit on purpose.
Hey Tiff, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Tony.
No, you good. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Like, sometimes dudes, has your baby father ever seen you with another guy? Like, just a friend or just a dude hanging around?
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you why I asked you this, because I've been through this too. It hurts when you see your baby mama with another guy. I don't care.
Hold on, he got a whole living girlfriend though.
I don't care what you say. It's your baby mama, Mo. Now, if you got a girlfriend, then you shouldn't really be that way. But I'm just keeping it a stat. I mean, mamas don't like the.
And the funny
I went
part
through it,
was
but
that
I
the
had to
dude
get
he
over
saw
it
me
because it's
with,
about my daughter, you know.
But the thing was, the dude he see me with wasn't even my dude. It actually was a client of mine.
Yeah, but still, you was
saying?
braiding his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he like, oh, who is this?
Right.
It's not acceptable.
But the thing is, that's what I do for a living. That's how I provide for our child. And if you come up clowning this man, why is you clowning him? Because now you're fucking up the money that I put in your daughter's mind.
And that's what I'm saying.
What does that got to do with anything?
And I think that's
not
what
being there for your kids. What is that? It's like seeing another nigga around? Like,
it's not. I'm not saying it's legit. I'm not saying it's you should accept it. I'm not saying it's right.
No, I'm saying, what does that have to do with?
But it makes you don't want to come
some
around.
Niggas don't want to come around. Some
around.
niggas don't want to go see their kids because they gonna knock on the door and there's gonna be a dude there and they just can't bite that bullet. Like, I told my man today. He said, man, I love my baby mom, but sometimes I just don't want to be with her. And I told him some good advice. I said, if you're not ready to see another man with your baby mom and another man around your child, you need to stay with your baby mom.
I think, let me say this. I think that women don't respect men when they're not in their masculine, when they're not acting like men. I don't think that you should control a woman per se, but you should be the head of the household. And when you're not being the head of the household, then women just lose all respect for you and they start disrespecting you.
Yes, and I think another thing that happens like this, you know what I'm saying, I've seen happen a lot, is you'll have where the baby mama leave the situation, or they break up, whatever the case, and the baby mama is doing the best she can. It might not be the best neighborhood that she live in, but she got a house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She might not have the greatest car, but she got one. She's doing what she got to do. And the man, because he's in a better position, come and down the woman. Like, what she's doing is not enough. But you're not doing really anything. You picking that child up one day for a couple hours that day is not doing nothing for that child. You're not contributing to make sure that child goes to a better, school district, or lives in a better house, or is in a better vehicle. So you can't really down that woman either. I see that happening a lot, and I think that causes a lot of friction between it. You know what I'm saying? That co-parenting as well.
You're right. It's a grow-up thing. I used to be petty. I used to be like, I pay child support. I'm not giving my baby mom $15 for gas. I used to be like that. But it took an older man to be like, but what if that car break down on the side of the road and your baby in there and she in there?
Okay. See, let me chime in on that. It's a thin line between child support.
I understand that.
Extortion.
But that's why we're talking about, is it okay if the woman... A lot of brothers pay money both ways. A lot of brothers pay their child support every month, and you got some brothers out there, they baby mom call them and say, "Little Ray Ray's birthday is coming up, and I need $350 to sit Chuck E. Cheese on top for him."
See, I don't know, Slim.
After you done paid your $450 for the month.
I don't see myself. Not being in my child's life, first of all, to have those type of situations going on. First of all, anytime a court mandates something, you got a lot of growth that you got a lot of growing that you need to do.
Thank you, and that's what I was saying on the post earlier when I said if somebody got to make you pay child support, you're not doing what you need to do. Because I shouldn't have to make you do nothing.
Well, ho. Can I say something? My baby mom put me on child support, and I was trying to do the best. I couldn't do everything every time. No parent can. No one has the money every time. But my baby mom told me I wasn't doing enough. I gave her my social security number. She put me on child support.
Is your baby mother doing enough?
But here's what a lot of parents, I think I need a lot of men to understand too, is the fact that, I had a really good thought when it just slipped my mind because I was waiting patiently.
I'm sorry.
Nah. If you need to chime in anytime.
Chime in.
Cut me off.
Okay, I know I was finna say. A lot of people need to understand too, when a lot of men be like, oh, well, I don't want to give her no money because we ain't together. It ain't my job to take care of her. But what you're not realizing is whatever position that she is in,
right, the
is
baby
the position
is in
that
it.
your child is in.
Exactly, and that's what I was saying about the gas.
I'm living on the street, your child living on the street, so it's not okay. It don't make no sense for you to go out here and buy a bunch of toys for your child to have where I'm gonna put it in the back of my car. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes.
You're not.
That's kind of true, though. She's right.
She's right to an extent because...
And you got to look at it like that, too.
You got to look at it like that depending on who you dealing with.
If your baby mother call and say, Tony, we don't have no groceries in here.
If my baby mother...
You're not going to put no groceries in there?
If I was dealing with a crackhead baby mother...
You're not going to have no baby by no crackhead.
Not
though.
me. I'm just saying, like, everybody's situation is different.
Right.
Like, you could be dealing with a joint that is a prostitute and she got a pimp. And the pimp be whooping her ass and she on drugs and she says she need money for this and she need money for that, but the whole time she giving it to that nigga or she's using it on drugs. Like, it's just different. It's a wide...
I've been there.
Like, it's a wide array of situations that
can happen.
Could occur, you know what I mean? So we can't really generalize, one whole situation. You feel me?
But 9 times out of 10, a man knows when y'all break up that the man is typically in a better position than the woman because the woman is trying to take care of the child. She might have a part-time job, whatever the case. So when you break up, you know that woman ain't really got it. You know what I'm saying? To provide them same standards.
You know the burden is left on her.
Nah, but that's not always necessarily true because women be dealing with ain't shit niggas that ain't had shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? And she was in a better position.
Hold on, because I could say this as a prime example. Like, I could speak for myself on this one. I was a full-time student. He told me, don't worry about work and stay home with the child. You know what I'm saying? Stay in school, handle that. He was paying all the bills. We've been together 7.5 years. I'm going to put my trust in him.
Okay.
So when we broke up, I had nothing. And he did shit like go and buy $300 worth of toys when I ain't got nowhere to stay. So now me and your child on the street because you told me not to work, and I, followed you as you being the man of the house.
So
now I'm stuck.
Let me ask you something.
Without
Would you have worked it out if he would have said, okay, well, I'm going to sign a lease for us to have a house, for y'all to have something to stay, or had it been like too fucked up at that point and you just wanted to go on your own?
At that point, I don't know. It could have probably went either way, but at that point, I think we was both done. You know what I'm saying? And he, you know what I'm saying? We had a lot of hatred and anger there, and that caused, instead of us working together to make sure that the child was good, it was like I was trying to be cordial, and he was trying to do anything that he could to make sure that it didn't benefit me. Not realizing that by me not having a place to stay, your daughter don't got a place to stay, all because we listened to you and didn't work.
It's a tough situation, man. You know,
that situation can be sliced in a lot of different ways, But I just want to say, man, shout out to all the parents out there that's trying to be there for their kids and trying to co-parent. It's hard to co-parent sometimes.
It is.
It's ugly, man.
But then there's other times, like on her birthday, that we both took her to Disney World, and it was a great day. We laughed and smiled.
I actually
seen
that. I actually seen that on your Facebook, and it was so nice. The little girl looked so happy, and I was like.
And she does. And the thing is, like my daughter tell me all the time, I hate that you and Daddy fight. And every time it's y'all fight, y'all talking about Sophia. So I mean, it does really affect the kids.
Yeah,
too.
It does. My parents argued a lot. My parents fought, and I'm grown, and still today, if two people argue, like a couple argue, I just don't feel good because it reminds me so much of when my parents used to go back and forth. But the situation can still come out positive. My parents divorced when I was young, and I learned that sometimes people just don't stay together, and I had to accept that at an early age because my parents divorced at an early age. So
arguing and all of that shit, it takes a lot of energy out of you. It drains you. It's like when you got your ass whipped when you was growing up, and all you wanted to do was just curl up and go to
bed.
You know what I'm saying?
That ass beat.
So like everybody think they gotta be gangster now. Everybody think they gotta be a thug and this, that, and the other. And even like the women now are so masculine, and I think the masculine between the man and the woman almost like they clash nowadays.
You're right.
Where do you think that came from? The masculinity in the women?
Just so many women having to be out here alone and being raised by single women. I know personally I was raised, by my grandmother who was a single woman. And she told us straight up, you don't depend on no man, you don't take no shit, you know what I'm saying? Why do
you think she said don't depend on the man?
Yeah, the man, we out here fucking up big time.
Why do you think she said don't depend on the man?
Well, like prime example, like I said earlier, me listening to him and not working caused me to be in a position with my child that no mother ever wants to be in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not to know where you're going to sleep at night or what you're going to feed your child because you don't have money, period.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
Then trying to be the type of woman that, that I always said that I would never put a man on child support. Either he was going to be there for my child or he wasn't. And I don't know if that comes from, we grew up in a generation where our parents wasn't really there. A lot of our parents was on drugs or, that was a wild time or whatever the case may be. A lot of us was with grandparents or aunts and uncles. And so I don't know if that caused also a lot of masculinity in the women as well, having to be out there and defend yourself and be on your own.
That's true. The roles, oh, you need to say something? Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
The roles have changed a lot, and I want to sort of blame society, like the powers that be, because they make it now. So there's nothing wrong with a woman being independent, but you got women now, they're the breadwinners. During the 40s and the 50s, that wasn't really the norm. Usually people's dad went to work and mom stayed at home. Not saying that has to be the case because we live in a big work environment and a big workforce now, but some of the women are the breadwinners, and for the home. And
I don't think that being a man, and I'm sorry to cut you off, sweetheart, but I just want to make this point. I don't think that being a man has anything to do with financial stability.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, That's not. I mean, yeah, you supposed to.
But what can you do without finances?
See, that's not
But
what
this
it
is the thing. You bring a good point, though. It takes 2 incomes to raise a household nowadays, just because how expensive the economy is. But at the same time, what men not realizing, we going out here, we working. Not only are we working, we coming home, we cleaning, we cooking, we taking care of it. At least if you have a good one, a real woman. You know what I'm saying? We coming home, we doing the laundry, cleaning the house, washing dishes, cooking, making sure everything is taken care of and running like it's supposed to be, as well as taking on that role of the man of providing for the home.
Right.
So we taking on double the work.
That's true.
And a lot
of
men is not appreciating that they getting comfortable with it. It's a normal thing now.
Wow.
They're not appreciative of the woman, and that's why a lot of women is out here like, fuck y'all.
You know, good people get burnt, man, and then they just join the dirty side. You know, people be really out here giving people their heart and they love, and they get burnt, and then they just join the no trust game. You know.
Yeah. And then when you become single and you're single long enough, you almost have a fear that somebody gonna come and mess up that comfort that you have with yourself.
Yeah, I'm single and I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to hurt nobody else. I haven't dated in a long time, so I don't know what to expect. Things have changed. People have changed. I've changed, so you know.
And then too, you know, for a single mom, it's a little harder because you don't want to bring just anybody around your children. It's harder to go out on dates because you don't want to leave your children with just anybody. Nowadays, you can't trust nobody with your kids.
You definitely cannot.
Not even family.
Nope.
So, you know, that also make it hard too. You know, that was something that me and him also had an issue with is, you know, you don't want nobody around your child, but you don't want to take your child for me to go out on dates or get to know anybody.
Yeah, that's geeking. That
would be kind of hard for me.
That's that geeking.
I ain't gonna lie. That'd be kind of hard for me.
To watch your child so your baby mom can go out on a date?
Yeah, that'd be hard for me.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. And you gave me that brr. Go ahead, brr yourself. Come on, brr. He don't want baby mom to go out. He don't want to watch the baby so she can go out.
Right.
That's corny right there.
But I got your child 24/7. I got your child 24/7 for you to go out and you go date.
You better have no baby mama. She gonna be beefing.
I don't know, my nigga.
And you go and do.
I've done
what
it.
You do. You know what I'm saying?
I've done it.
I be petty, man. I ain't gonna lie to you because
So you can't be mad when we go on a family date.
A family date?
Yeah.
With who?
You can't be mad when we go on a family date then.
You talking about going to? I'd go on a family date.
No, she talking about bringing the baby along on the date, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna watch the baby, so she gotta bring She gotta bring the baby to the date because you're not gonna watch the baby. So you gonna watch the baby then?
No.
See, you sick, Mo.
We not even AM.
You geeking, Mo.
AM.
You better not have no baby, Mo.
Nah. Society has conditioned us to say, okay, you better not have no baby, as in, if you have a baby,
you're gonna break up with her.
You're gonna break up with her and she gonna
You better not have no baby mama.
Her.
That's what I'm telling you. You better not have no baby mama. Marry her first. And even if you get married.
But you can't even say that because we were together 2.5 years before I got pregnant. We ain't just get pregnant and that's why we were together.
Yeah, niggas change when the women get pregnant because they know it's time to stay. They know it's time to stay. And it's man up fucking time, man. Straight up.
So let me ask you something personal though.
Cause shit changed.
Right.
So when y'all was together for 2.5 years, was it discussed that y'all wanted to try to have a child?
It wasn't discussed that we wanted to try and have a child, but we was both happy when it happened.
Okay.
And I'll say that was one thing. I'm not gonna ever blame my child for us breaking up, but I'll say it was like when I got pregnant, he almost felt like he had to go out there and get it more. So he never really came back to the relationship or being at home as a family. It was almost like he couldn't adjust from being in a relationship to being a family man.
You say he felt like he had to go out and get it more?
Like, okay, we got a baby on the way, so now I really got to go out here and get some money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I understood that. That was cool. I get that. But it was almost like he also didn't know how to switch from being in a relationship to being a family. Because there is a difference. Now you have a child involved, so it's not all about you and me. It's more about this child than it is us.
Very true.
So it's not just us, me and you going out to eat anymore. It's the three of us going out to eat. And just, little things like that, it was almost like he couldn't adjust to that. It was almost like now we have a child. So
it's real now.
I do stay home and I go, do whatever.
that part of the game, I would be excited about that. I'd be like, oh man, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a child. Like,
Niggas be geeking.
I don't understand it.
I stayed by my daughter's side all the way up to 1.
I'd be like fucked up. Like, look, it's
my
a
baby
little
mama.
us. Look what we created.
Yeah.
Man. Like,
But now everybody feel like that. It's fucked up. It's dirty, man.
And here's the thing, kids is not stupid because my daughter is 5. She's 5 years old, okay? And the little girl gonna tell me, I'm gonna talk to my daddy and tell him he needs to take care of me better. You know what I'm saying? And this came out my 5-year-old mouth.
Yeah, the Bible
So
says
kids is not stupid.
the Bible says out of the mouth of babes will come the truth. Man, children are very truthful, you know. I'm gonna tell my daddy he need to take care of
and
me
here's the
more.
thing. He gives her whatever she wants. So if she wants toys, he'll take her to Walmart. He'll buy her toys. He ain't broke by a long shot, you know. He will give her whatever she wants, but she still realized that by him just buying me toys, that's not really taking care of
Yeah,
her.
that's not
Mommy's
the
one who's
that's
taking
not
care
the
of her.
time. Yeah, no doubt. You know what my daughter told me one day? I called my daughter. I said, Daddy is not going to get you this weekend. I said, I don't have any money to go anywhere. We're going to have to stay in the house all weekend. I don't have any money for anything. And my daughter told me, Daddy, I don't care about money. I just want to be with you. Bro, do you know how I felt inside, bruh?
how did you feel inside?
Oh my God. I think I cried when I got off the phone. Like, somebody just told me they love me and they don't care. They just want to be with me, bro. Like, wow. Kids don't
Kids' love
care.
is the purest love. That's
it's
the purest
love.
love. We don't get no real than that. It's
Yeah,
no more
it's the-
unconditional.
But you didn't feel like that about your baby mother?
I still love my baby mother. We not together. It takes a special woman to support a man that wants to chase music or chase comedy or chase the entertainment field, you know. And I think the problem is a lot of times women have a baby by guys and they fall in love with their potential. They don't fall in love with who he is. They just fall in love with what he could be, you know. And I know that because my baby mom, before she left me, she was like, you got a lot of potential, but you don't use it. And I'm like, what do you mean potential? You told me to get a job and you told me to work here and I come home. But she like, you don't use the talents that you have. And women like men with ambition. Women like men with goals and that are accomplishing things. And
But does she notice your potential for gold digging purposes or because she's just really rooting for you? You feel me?
No, a lot of times you'll see the potential in somebody, and what happens is you see it so much in them that it's almost realistic that they there. And so you fall in love with that person and you see all that potential, and then when you start to see that, wait a minute,
he don't use it. Yeah,
right, they
he
not
don't-
doing all these things that they could be doing or that they talk about, or you know what I'm saying, that I see for them. And so when you're not doing that, it definitely, make you step back and look at it in a different way.
That's very true. You know, just like men look at women, they see the potential in her beauty. Wow, she's beautiful. I could go to the movies with her. I can go to a picnic with her. I can take her to the family cookout. She has so much potential. She's pretty. She's nice. She can talk. But just other things you got to learn about that woman before you fall in love with that potential that you see.
I wanna speak on potential too, but I don't want to speak on it as far as beauty is concerned because
I mean, what's the first thing you look at when you look at a lady?
yeah, that's not what the first thing I look at when I look at a lady.
Look at that butt.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I used to look at.
Look at that thing, Sean.
I used to look at that,
That
but
butt.
I'm not really, geeked up about
I am.
beauty and shit.
I am.
Because that's how a woman will try to play you. You feel me? Like
I'm
she'll
cute.
try
You
to-
better buy me.
Yeah, so it's like I look at, are you down for me? Are you going to, you know what I'm saying, fuck with me if shit get fucked up?
At our age, I'll say this, but at our age, okay, we all in our 30 range. You know what I'm saying? By this age, you should have something going for yourself. Something. You know what I'm saying? It might not be had taken off yet, or it might not be, the greatest thing yet. But you should have something started, at least, some type of
What if you have
of
something
career
going for
investment.
yourself, but the woman demands more? You know what I mean? Like you, like what?
But that goes back to it depending on what type of person that you choose to deal with, and you have different people in the world. There's some people who see, okay, I see what he's doing, he's getting there, and you're gonna have people who gonna hate on you, oh, he ain't good enough. That just goes back to the type of people that you deal with.
That is true. You know, a lot of women want the finished product nowadays, and men too. But I see a lot of women, they want the finished product. Oh, if I date a man,
that goes back to what you have in the social media and
I see that a lot on the social media. Like, I see mad ladies on there like, if I date a man, first of all, he better have a car. His credit better be this, and yeah, they got all these preferences, and I'm like, okay.
And 9 times out of 10, the person that they dealing with don't got no car. They live with their mama.
They got none of that.
You know, so social media is a big hype. Most of the time, what you see on there is not real life.
I keep it real. If you ever read my statuses, do you read my statuses?
Depth to social media. Yeah.
My statuses are so ratchet.
Yeah, I just now realized that sweater that you got on, that's dope, man. That's an old school Looney Tunes joint.
They don't even make them like this no more.
Them Jones used to be wavy, and we used to get the jean jackets and everything, huh?
Thank you, brother. Shout out to Mama. Mama gave this to me uptown, up there on Georgia Avenue. Mama, hey Mama, I made it, Mama. I'm on TV. But Tiff, though, for real, just to take a little pause out, man. I want to thank you for responding and calling in and giving us your input, man. And I really take my hat off to you. You know, you have a lot of good things, a lot of positive things to say and that you have said, and that I can tell that you truly learned and gained that experience, man, as far as this life that we live as, men and women and as parents. I really take my hat off to you. Like, you called in and you really delivered. So thank you so very much for calling in and, and vibing with us here on Mumbo Sauce Podcast.
No problem. We go back. I had to come in and show my support.
Yeah, this is my friend from middle school.
What, middle school?
Yeah, I met you in like 7th grade at gym.
Something like that. Yep.
Yeah, your last name is
No, we ain't gotta go all the way there now. Come on.
Nah, I'm playing.
God damn.
You know, I gotta tease you a little bit. I wasn't gonna say your government. I know you know mine too. Fashion police. We hip hop policing up here.
Your last name is
Got him. For real, that was dope though. But yeah, a lot of people gonna beef over that tax money, whether they calling or not. People beefing over that tax money.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Baby mamas is not
even
talking to babies.
Beefing over that tax
friends is
money.
beefing over that tax money. Some people gonna get audited and they going to jails. You better not get audited, because that means you're going to jail. You ain't never been audited,
Why
have
is
you?
people beefing? What was it? What was some of the comments that they said?
Well, some people was like, why you even saying that? You know what I'm saying? And then some people was like, a man shouldn't be rewarded for doing what he's supposed to do.
That was me that said that.
I know it was you. I know.
I'm going to go ahead and claim that. I did say it. Because
And
I really feel that way.
Why?
I didn't make this baby by myself.
But
So
you can't
you're
just say
supposed
that.
to help me with this child.
Yeah, that's not a reward. That's sort of a a deal. Like, hey, you did what you need to do. Let me help you out, brother. I know you got bills. I know you need a little gas in your car. Your shoes look a little busted. I buy my daughter shoes before I buy myself shoes. I haven't had a pair of shoes in a long time. I hope my baby mama give me some tax money.
That always back to the situation because, he's in a way better position than I'm in. A way better predicament. He got a good end of the deal when we, you know what I'm saying, split.
Right.
So I don't feel the need that I need to give him any money. That money I'd rather take and invest in his child because you're way better off than what me and your child do. You straight over there. You living your best life.
You living your best life.
Right. So I think it all goes back, you know what I'm saying, to what we said in the beginning, is that this situation, you have different people, you have so many different situations. And so to try and say, are you going to give your baby daddy tax money? Well, it depends on the situation.
Right, and a lot of people got
taking care of his child?
Some people voice their thing. Like one lady say yes. One girl say, yeah, I'm going to give him some money because he do for the kids. Other people was like, no, my baby daddy don't do nothing, whoop, whoop, whoop. Some women were just greedy. They was like, no, you supposed to pay your child support. Like, that's just greedy, bro.
But a lot of times I come from men who's only paying their child support. You're not spending the time with their child. Because a lot of men make the mistake of thinking, hold on, because I'm going to tell you something, and this is a big point. And this is, like I say, personal situation is all I can speak on. A lot of men make the mistake of thinking because they spend money on a child, that's enough.
Nope.
That's not enough.
Sure enough,
you gotta pick that child up, spend time with that child. Then you have a lot of men who have daughters and they have sons, they interact with their sons more than their daughters because they don't know how to have that relationship with their daughter. They don't know how to interact with a girl. You know, it's uncomfortable for them.
It's tough.
I see that, a lot.
It's tough having a daughter. It's tough. It's tough.
So explain how it is having a daughter and interacting with the daughter. Like, why would that be something that is uncomfortable for a man? John, go ahead.
Me personally, like, my daughter's getting older, so now she doesn't want me to, like, help her with the water in the shower. She wants to do it herself, which is cool. She's getting older, and it's kind of hard for me to accept the fact that she's not my tiny little girl no more. She's getting older, like...
Well, no. I don't mean it in that aspect. You got it wrong. What I'm saying is, okay, prime example. Like I said, I can speak on personal shit. My baby father, he has 2 boys, and he has, the girls. He'll pick his sons up once a week from school, twice a week, go get their hair cut, take them to lunch, this, that, and the other. But he never picks up the girls because he don't know how to have that interaction. I mean, he don't know what to go do with them when he picked them up for lunch. For the boys, he knows to go take them to get a haircut, or, you know what I'm saying, he'll go get them a pair of sneakers or whatever. He just don't do that with the girls.
You saying he don't have anything in common with the girls? Like, he can't relate to what he would need to do with the girl?
Right.
I don't buy that.
And now keep in mind, my daughter runs track, all that. So there's many things that he could do with her. My daughter 5, she came, play the finals in the ESPN. She in the Junior Olympic training for track.
That's in Orlando, right? The Junior Olympic?
Yeah, at the ESPN World of Sports. She came in 4th place.
Wow.
So,
was he there?
No, he doesn't participate in the track events or anything like that.
That's not good.
And that's why I say no when I say, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I pay more than what I would get for child support for her to run for 13 seconds on the track.
13
I paid
seconds.
$241 for her to run the last track in Orlando.
Tim.
Child support is what you're going to get a month. You know what I'm saying? What, $250, $300 at the most you're going to get a month in child support unless you got multiple children.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, now that you slice the pie like that, I definitely see where you're coming from. But like some fathers can identify with me that, like, girls take a little bit more critiquing too. They take a little bit more love and nurturing that some guys might not have.
And then you have a lot of men who come around, and it's almost like everything that you try to teach that child, like, for example, with the track. Right. Like, I teach her, don't worry about winning, learn your technique, and winning falls in place. I try to teach her a lot of life things so that when she go out there, it's not a surprise to her. She know how to handle things. Right. So, like I tell her, if you do what you're supposed to do, everything else in life is going to fall in place.
That's true. For the most part,
and
that's true.
And so he comes through, oh, nah, forget all that, just win. So now you unteaching her not only the things for this sport, but the life value that I'm trying to teach her and invest in her.
Man, that's true. That's so very true.
What does he say when you tell him that?
He don't hear it. They just, some people are just so stubborn that, they always in the right. And that's where, a lot of people fall out, is because nobody want to man up and be like, you know what, you're right. I was wrong for that.
Because of the situation, can I ask you a personal question? Mm-hmm. You say you was with this guy for 7.5 years, right?
Yeah.
I was listening. So, y'all not together no more. Does that sort of, like, discourage you from ever thinking about getting in relationships in the future?
Yes and no. It makes me realize a lot of what I don't want in a relationship and what I do want and what I'm looking for in a person. Like you said earlier, I used to look at looks, and of course that's the first thing that attracts you to somebody. But I really learned that you gotta look way deeper than that, and it takes more than a couple of weeks or a couple months to really get to know somebody.
Yes, it do.
And nowadays people just want to meet and jump into a relationship. Yeah, and that's where a lot of people go wrong.
So they can be on the internet and say, "Look at me, we're together, we got matching sweaters," and then they be beefing next month.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, you gotta take.
You got a whole new boyfriend or girlfriend you don't even know nowadays.
Man, this one chick, she be switching boyfriends every month. And I'm like, why is she telling everybody? She be like, this is my new boo, he's so nice. I'm like, why are you telling? And people be like, yo, didn't you just have a new dude, like, last month?
Well, one thing I say I'm proud of is that when we broke up, everybody was surprised. Nobody seen it coming. Because I kept if I did want to work it out, I didn't want nobody to be able to step in and be like, well, here's an open door for me to come into your
Oh
relationship.
yeah, opportunists are definitely out there. That's why I don't see why people argue with their girl on Facebook. Like, I'm tired of my girl. She get on my nerves. This Bama's going right to your girl inbox. Like, you okay? What's going on?
Right, you want to go to lunch and talk about it?
Hey, you want to just hit a J? I can pull up. We can go to Red Robin's.
Right.
Shout out to Red Robin's. I like Red Robin's. They put blue cheese on a chicken sandwich. That motherfucker was good as shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I come out there just for the food, y'all.
Yeah.
I ain't got no reason to come out there no more. I come just for the food.
The food should be hitting out there.
Mm-hmm.
No, let me tell you, I had.
We're not allowed to say where you at, right? We're not allowed to say where you at. Are we allowed to
already
say?
said where she was at.
Oh, we
Yeah,
did?
you can.
Oh, okay. Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
had to give me some mumbo sauce sent down here because they don't know nothing about that down here.
KD was just saying the same
Yeah, I'm gonna
shit.
hook you up. I'm your connect for that. Hit me up. I'll send you a gallon.
All right, sweetheart. We appreciate you, Tiff, man. Thank you
Appreciate
for
Tiff.
calling.
No problem.
You're the greatest.
We gotta get you on another jump, man. I don't know what you want to talk about.
Yeah, anytime. I don't know. We'll think about it.
You think about it. Let us know.
Let us know.
All right.
All right, babe. Peace.
All right, peace.
No problem. Bye.
All right.
Good to see you, Bo Skillet. Y'all don't forget, y'all. We gon' send some love. Knock a beat, y'all.